Okay, guys, what's going on? It's been a while. I just want to give you a quick update about the battery box progress and also a little sneak peek into the cooling system as well that I'm going to be installing. All right, so the plan here is to install 5 Tesla Model S battery modules in the trunk in the front of the car. And so what I did is I took the dimensions of each battery module times 5, added a little bit of extra room, so I have room for the cabling and the pipes and everything. And so I made this box out of cardboard, and here I am trying to fumble and get it into the trunk. Okay, and eventually I do get it in there. But then the next step is to see if the trunk is actually going to close or not, the lid. So I got a piece of foam here and putting it on top. And then I'm going to close the lid and see if it makes any indentations or not. Okay, so closing the lid, slamming it shut, and then we're going to test it. Okay, so the foam test worked out okay. I mean, there's no indentations. Fortunately, I was a little bit skeptical of the whole process because the cardboard does compress a little bit anyways. And so when I went ahead and I made the exact box again, same dimensions out of wood, the trunk lid did not close. It was just too wide. There's some channels on the lid that need to go in, so that did not work. So I had to readjust it, shave off, I think like a couple inches off of each side. I made the whole box again out of wood. It did fit the second time. And then after that, I took it over to a metal fabricator, told them the dimensions, and made it out of sheet metal. Okay, so the next step, I had to make some mounting bars. You can see the top and the bottom. I just made those out of aluminum and did some welding for that. You can also see kind of a sneak peek of my cooling system, which I'll have another video on soon. So the box essentially fits on top of these 2 bars here, the top one and the bottom one. Okay, so here's a look at the box, sheet metal, fabricated, made out of 16 or maybe 18 gauge metal. And I just spray a little primer there just for now. And so yeah, you could see how it rests on the little angle bracket I have on the bottom. And I'm gonna get some more angles on the sides. And also in the back, you can see I put a little angle bracket there. That's going to attach to the box as well. Add some more structural components on the sides. But that should, house it pretty well on the sides. Um, and you'll also see here that this side is removable. So what I'm going to be doing is, because I am doing cooling with the Tesla modules, I'm going to be putting in the batteries not while it's in the while not while the box is in the car, but outside of the car, just to make it a lot easier because there's not much room in there. So the side panel comes off. I can put the battery modules in vertically. It's just like the EV West box that they sell. I'm going to have a plastic tray that's going to sit on the bottom with slits on it, and each of the Tesla Model S battery modules have a little slit. So that slit's going to go into the little slits in the plastic tray on the bottom and stand up vertically, and then I'm going to have another mirrored plastic tray on the top of the slits to kind of hold that thing in place. Now on the far right, that's gonna be where the electrical is, positive, negative. I'll cut a hole, make a little junction box on the outside. I can have the kill switch on the outside, and all the other contactor switches and electrical components running off of that side. That's gonna be shoved all the way to the end. And then on this side is gonna be where the plumbing for the cooling system is. So that's going to take a lot of room with the manifolds and all the hoses. But eventually, when that's all done, I can slide this piece in. That's going to be attached and fixed by probably some nut rivets, or maybe I'll just weld something on the sides and just ratchet that in, and then I'll seal it with some silicone just to make it a little bit more watertight. Um, yeah, and then of course cut some holes out for the pipes for the cooling system. And then, as you know, the cooling system's underneath. It's going to run down below, and then I have plenty of room above for my BMS, my charger, and all kinds of stuff on the contactor box up above on that little ridge right there. Okay, so this is a really cool feature in the Porsche 912. It's called the smuggler's box. Originally, it was made for like putting a heater in, which I might do, or maybe put some AC. Yeah, there's plenty of room up there for my charger, my OBMS, my contactor box, and everything like that. But yeah, this is kind of a sneak preview of the battery box construction I've been working on. I've also been doing a lot of the cooling underneath. So hope to see you in the next video as I progress on this build. Thanks so much.